Alrighty, hello. I am back for an NFL, a big board stream here. Again, this is mainly for me. Want to record these drafts that I do just to kind of get my thought process down on video. That way I can look back and study these if I want to and see where I kind of went wrong or where I let my thoughts kind of take me away from other picks, and yeah, just kind of use them as like a little tool, I guess. And if somebody finds them useful, then great. If anyone has any tips or any strategy for me, just leave a comment. Feel free. I'm willing to learn, listen, anything to help me improve. So here we go. I am on the clock with the first pick, and I think it's kind of obvious. You got to go Bijan here. So we will grab Bijan Robinson with our first pick. These big boards, I'm probably just like with the dingers, I'm want to knock out 50 of them. So I'm probably going to try and do 50 of these. But I want to be careful with them because I don't want to do too many before the draft. Or actually, maybe I will. I'll probably do like 30 before the draft, just to see if I can take advantage of the ADPs of the rookies. I kind of have a couple that I want to target and build up a good portfolio of or get a good exposure to. So I will try to knock out 30 of them. I'm probably going to, like I said, record these just as material that I can look back on and see where I went wrong or what I did good with my thought process. And yeah. So anyways, let's see here. Let's look ahead. It looks like we got a lot of red badges again. Red badges, I mean, I don't know if I really recognize any of these names. Maybe somebody else does. So I'm not too sure, but I have a red badge. That doesn't really mean anything. I don't think I've ever hit it big on here. It just means I spend a lot of money. Money that I probably should spend elsewhere, but hey, fantasy is fun. And as long as you're getting enjoyment out of it, then it is worth it, right? Okay, we are 8 picks away. We're looking at 24, 25. I feel like, let's see here. Everyone's kind of running a line here. 24, 25. Puts us around this area. So we start off with Bijan Robinson. I don't mind grabbing another running back here, but I feel like I need to get myself some good wide receivers because you're not going to find those high targeted wide receivers later in the draft, and that is kind of important here, but there are running backs that will get quite a bit. So I don't like this, so I'm going to go Henry. Because I was saying I need to start getting some wide receivers here. feel like you gotta go Rasheed Rice here. Hope that Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs can have a nice bounce back. Get back to the playoffs. Mahomes, he hopes to be ready for week 1. I hope he's ready for week 1 because Mahomes is key there. Let's get rid of that. So we started off with Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Rasheed Rice. That's solid right there, those running backs. Solid 1-2. So I'm probably going to start slamming these wide receivers because I need to inject my team with some talent here, some guys that are going to get heavily targeted because wide receivers do tend to dry up quickly, at least in my opinion, as far as the ones that get heavily targeted, and heavily targeted correlates with fantasy points. So when it comes back to me, I will be looking at 48, 49. Buka, I feel like he is going to progress with the off season, being able to work with Baker and the team. And if Mike Evans does not come back, he is going to be one of the guys that gets smashed with targets. So we will grab Egbuka. And so we have Egbuka. If he falls to us. And he doesn't. All right. So what should I do here? So at this point, I feel like Judkins is obvious play here. But I already have 2 solid running backs. I have 2 solid running backs. Judkins probably should be the play here. Let's go for a Washington bounce back here with Terry McLaurin. Miami, they had the holiday. Give me Watson. I feel like Green Bay is a better play there. Hopefully, what I'm hoping here is a bounce back with these 2 wide receivers, Rasheed Rice to stay healthy, and then that offense just bounce back. And Terry McLaurin, I'm hoping that Washington offense can bounce back and replicate what Jaden did his first year in the league. And Watson, I'm hoping that he stays healthy and he just dominates the targets in Green Bay. Dobbs is probably gone. He's probably gone. That'll leave him with Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, and I'm blanking on his name. Holy cow. Why am I blanking on his name? Oh, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson. Savion Williams, Matthew Golden. I think Wicks is a free agent. And Dobbs. Dobbs is a free agent. Or Dobbs. And Dobbs, it just depends if he can land a good contract or better role with someone else. He's probably going to take off. So I'm hoping for those target shares to increase, or at least Christian Watson to get 120 plus targets. Is that likely? Not likely, but I am going to take that gamble because he is someone that gets the end zone touches as well, or the end zone targets as well, because he's a big body receiver. So we will take that chance with him and hope that he does get a lot of targets. Okay. Alrighty. So I am going to be coming up here in 3 picks. Let's see. Coming up in 3 picks here. Alec Pierce is, I believe, is a free agent. Yeah, he's a free agent. So it should be interesting to see what happens with him if he worked his way into a contract, a better contract with somebody else, or if Indy pays up for him. Diggs is a possible cut candidate. Ricky Petersall, if he can stay healthy. Monangai ain't bad. I'm thinking here, though, let's go with Parker Washington. That gives us a nice number 4 wide receiver. And we'll grab T-Law. So we got a stack going now with T-Law, Parker Washington. And then we can kind of go from there. Football, I know you want to try and at least stack. We can't really game stack right now. I know some people like to stack in the division. I mean, the NFL has been pushing for more divisional games late in the season to kind of make those games worth something. But I think in this draft, I'm not really going to focus on that. Trying to stack a division. I'm going to go ahead and just go from here. If I stack, it's just going to be a couple players from that team. If I have the quarterback. Looking ahead, I don't think Patrick Mahomes falls to me, but if he happens to fall to me at 96, I'm going to go ahead and grab Patty Mahomes. Just so I can have that stack with Rashee Rice. Try to get my high pick there stacked. So here, dang. This guy, let's see here, what are people grabbing? So this guy took Kraft, ET. I don't have to worry about him, I don't think. If I want to throw J Love in there. could double up here. I feel like that would be a nice little double up. Rasheed Rice and Xavier Worthy with Patty Mahomes. There goes Patty Mahomes, so never mind. Okay. Oh wow, I'm not picking until 120, so that means I'm gonna have to grab. If I want him, I'm gonna have to grab Love. So we're gonna go Jarian Price here. I like the tape on him, and I need to grab. I think he's more on the player that I need to grab, and then let me grab Jordan Love. I know there's other quarterbacks that are probably better, but if I can get Love, well, I pair him up with Watson, and if I can make it into the playoffs and he has some big games, that will help me. Maybe T-Law, and then if I grab one more quarterback, they could kind of carry me. So yeah, we're gonna roll with that. That probably wasn't the greatest pick, but that is what I went with. Probably shouldn't have reached for Love, but it's okay. I got my stack, which is kind of something that I want. If Reed falls to me, I'll grab Reed. Jonah Coleman, I'm not very high on. I know some people are, obviously, because he is up there. But I think there's better players, and somebody just took Jaden Reed. I didn't think he would fall to me. I do think there are better players. Brenton Strange, if he falls to me, which he should, I'm going to grab him to have another stack with Washington and Lawrence. I'll have that. Matthew Golden, I will grab him. And then that will give me 2 on Green Bay and 2 on Jacksonville. And then I could work from there. Hopefully Matthew Golden can build off of that playoff catch that he made. That was pretty spectacular against the Chicago Bears. That was impressive, the way he was able to catch that and then operate with the open space and break a tackle to take it to the end zone. That was a great play. So hopefully he can build off of that and have himself a year next year. I'm going to take that gamble. Running back, you probably, we'll grab Golden, go from there. Hopefully he takes that next step. Godwin, man, 2 years I just can't stay healthy. Dang, right in front of me. Right in front of me. Well, Matthew Golden. How do I feel about Travis Hunter? 144, he is 137. We're going to go Fergie. That will give me a tight end, a solid one that I can build behind. Maybe, just maybe, Travis Hunter drops. I doubt it, but if he does, then give me another Jacksonville player to stack. Emmett Johnson, I do like. I need to get more of him, but yeah, I needed to get my tight end here. I want to at least get one that I can count on, and then I will take a shot deeper in the draft on a tight end. So here we're praying, really praying that Travis Hunter falls so I can stack up. If not, well, we can look. I like Katron Allen, so he is definitely someone that I am going to keep putting in my my exposure. I'm going to keep drafting him and filling up my exposure with him. Ja'Cory, I don't know why Bill is falling. People were very high on him, and now he's falling when he probably is going to have that role to himself next year. Probably get at least 50, maybe 60% of the carries or touches. But he got picked. I guess he didn't drop back too far. But that is a solid pick at that area, that spot. And let me fall back 10. That is a solid pick. So we have 11 picks so far. Got 2 QBs, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love. I like them. I don't think they're consistent performers, but I do like them. And I have stacks, so that's good. Running backs, I got Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Jadarian Price. I like that group right there. Obviously, I need more, but I like that group. Wide receiver, I got Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson, Parker Washington, Matthew Golden. That is a lot of potential. If I can get 3 of them, 4 of them to hits their ceiling, I feel like that's a great group. Then tight end, I have the lone man, Jake Ferguson. We are up here in 3 picks, right? Yeah, 3 picks away. So Dobbs, I don't know. He's a free agent. Who knows? He's probably not going back to Green Bay. Ayuk, he's a cut candidate. Tyreek Hill's a cut candidate in Miami. So Travis Hunter fell to me. That's perfect. We're going to go ahead and grab him. I feel like he had a good connection when he was healthy with T-Law. At least like the last couple games he did play. So we are going to grab him, and then we're going to grab Katron Allen because I love the talent right there. He's somebody that I could see flying up. James Conner, he's a cut candidate. I don't know why he's going so high, especially I think he like tears ACL or something. So there's really no reason for him to be getting drafted high like that. Sharp towards ACL, right? He did something. He's injured. He's gonna be out for a while. Tajay Spears ain't a bad play there. All right, let's see. On to the next picks. 168, 169. So we are going to be around this area. Could grab Penix. That's not a bad pick. McCarthy's not bad. Daniel Jones would probably be ideal. I just don't know when he'll be back. Yeah, we're probably going to go. Probably Penix. We're at Penix. Or actually, you know what? Man, dang. QBs really do fly off the board here, which is kind of crazy to me. Considering if you don't get one of those rushing quarterbacks, I mean, most of these quarterbacks are going to score around the same points. So I guess that's good for me because that allows me to stack up other spots or stack talent in other spots if I choose to wait. Nicholas Singleton is a good back, and I need more of him, so if I can get him, that would work out perfectly. None. Schultz is a cut candidate. I just don't see that happening. I feel like Houston doesn't really have a plan after him, and he's just too valuable to them. So Ridley's a cut candidate. Shamir Dyke is good. Tight end, can we wait on? Yeah, we can wait on tight end. So we're going to grab Singleton, and then who should we take? McCarthy or Penix? McCarthy or Penix? McCarthy or Penix? Let's go with McCarthy just because you got Kevin O'Connell, the QB whisperer there. Hopefully he can straighten McCarthy out and McCarthy can stay healthy. Should be moving off of McCarthy though because I do have a lot of him, I think. Honestly, actually, you know what? How many drafts? Let me think here. I don't think I've done that many drafts yet, so I think I'm still safe to take McCarthy. But soon I need to pull back on him because I'm going to be loaded up with too much McCarthy, which is something you do not want. So we got my 3 QBs. I have 5 running backs, 6 wide receivers, and 1 tight end. I'm probably going to play just 2 tight ends. And that means I need to grab probably do 7 running backs and 8 wide receivers. No. We'll do 6 running backs and 9 wide receivers. Yeah. Just because I have 4 wide receivers that are stacked with QBs, and only 2 from different teams. So I kind of want to spread out the exposure there as far as teams go, because I do not want to take that risk of having these 4 on a bye week, or counting on these 4 to have great games, or like one of these 4 that have, or 2 of the 4 that have a great game. Just slot in with these guys and possible down. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab 9 wide receivers, because you can never have too many wide receivers, in my opinion. And I got 2 solid running backs and then 3 rookies that I feel like are at least going to have a good chunk of shares with whatever team they get drafted to. So Hawkinson falls to me. I grab Hawkinson. Schultz falls me. I'll grab Schultz. For my second tight end, one of the 2. Torrey Holton, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot on if he falls to me, because he was playing pretty good and then he kind of got injured. Keon Coleman, okay, Horton didn't fall to me, that's fine. We'll go ahead and take Hawkinson, so we have McCarthy stacked up. And I'm going to grab Caleb Johnson. He had a disappointing season as a rookie, but hopefully he can figure it out and he could get some of that share in Pittsburgh and play like he did at Iowa, where he looked like a stud. We will see. And then, if they fall to me, Keon Coleman and Brazil would be my next 2 picks. I like Brazil. I think he's a very talented, tall wide receiver, so he could translate right away. And I feel like he's going to go flying up the draft boards after the draft. He's going to be flying up in ADP. So I am starting to load up on him a lot. Keon Coleman, I mean, 3rd year, make or break. Basically, you got an offensive coordinator that's coming in, pounding the table for you. Well, the offensive coordinator became the head coach that is pounding the table for him, saying that he believes in him. Plus, you have Josh Allen, who is easily one of the top quarterbacks in the league. So it feels like a no-brainer to me, just grabbing him. And then we will see after that. Hopefully these 2 fall to me. If not, we're going to have to pivot to somebody else. Amari Cooper actually looks pretty good, but I feel like he's just limited to a slot role. Maybe we'll grab Noel. There goes Keon. Dang. I got a feeling that neither of these guys are going to fall to me. Nope, neither fell. Okay. Okay, well. I think Chris Bell, they said he's got a lot of upside. He's a big body wide receiver, but he did get hurt. I don't know if he'll be back in time. Let's go ahead and grab Noel. Need wide receivers. We'll grab Noel. Chris Bell. Yeah, I think we're gonna grab Chris Bell. Take a chance on Chris Bell. Maybe he is something. Maybe he's not. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah. Hopefully Noel can take that next step next year. Houston isn't really a pass heavy team, but he is a playmaker, so he doesn't really need a whole lot of targets. So let's see here. We have 3 QBs. We got T-Law, Jordan Love, J.J. McCarthy. I am comfortable with that. Not extremely comfortable, but I'm comfortable with that QB group. I feel like that is sufficient enough to help me out. Our running back group right now is Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Shadarian Price, Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton, and Caleb Johnson. Obviously, these two do not need any explanation. They are some of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. I feel like these 3 right here are very good prospects that will get their share of carries and touches. So I just need one of the 3 to hit big, and that'll be good. And I'm hoping Caleb Johnson can do something in his second year, rekindle that talent that he showed at Iowa. Wide receiver group right now: Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson, Parker Washington, Matthew Golden, Travis Hunter, Jalen Noel, and Chris Bell. Rashee Rice, if he can stay healthy and Mahomes can stay healthy, and that offense clicks, he is definitely a great pick. McLaurin, need him to stay healthy, need Jaden Daniels to stay healthy, and then the click like they did Jaden's rookie year. Christian Watson, I need him to stay healthy and keep that good chemistry with Jordan Love, be that red zone target. Parker Washington, hey, keep doing what you're doing from last year, and yeah, if he can keep it up, he's going to be a good solid pick. Hopefully Golden can take a next step up and be a good spike week guy. Same with Hunter. Same with Jalen Noel. Hopefully he can be a nice little spike week every once in a while. And we are sitting at 3682. Washington is another running back that I'm high on, but he went. And I probably should take another wide receiver here. I like Chisholm. I feel like he's got some upside there in New England, especially if they cut Mario Douglas. I don't think they will, but I can see him taking over that slot position from Douglas. Yeah, wide receiver, there ain't really much left here. Could grab Tate Felton in hopes that he gets a roll, but nah, we'll pass. Yeah, we're going to go with Chisholm. Not that I have a choice, but yeah, we're going with Chisholm. But alright. I don't think this is one. This is definitely not one of my better drafts. This team We got T Law, Jordan Love, J.J. McCarthy. Running backs, Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Jarian Price, Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton, Caleb Johnson. Wide receivers, Rashee Rice, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson, Parker Washington, Matthew Golden, Travis Hunter, Jalen Noel, Chris Bell, Efton Chisholm. And tight end, you got Jake Ferguson and T.J. Hawkinson. And I don't think this team makes me feel uneasy, but hey, you know what they say, usually the uneasy teams are the ones that do good. So we will see if that one can carry me to a final or not. If not, then whatever. It was fun. It was fun drafting this team. And we will see what happens. Let's see, how many drafts do I have completed for this? Big board, we have 7 completed. Okay. So I need to draft 43 more, or I'm going to draft 43 more. Let's see my exposure right now for these 7. So maybe I do need to cut back more on McCarthy. I got 6 of him. Yeah, I need to stop taking McCarthy. Because I have no problem if I have a major conviction on him. Especially since I'm only doing 50 drafts. If I feel like he is going to be good, then I will take him every chance I have. But I do not feel that with McCarthy. So I probably will start cutting back on McCarthy, stop clicking him, and look for someone else in that area that I truly believe in. Running backs, I have a lot of Katron Allen. I truly believe in him, so I am going to keep grabbing him as long as he is running back 43. Like Mike Washington, I need to grab more of him. Nick Singleton, I need to grab more of him. Price, I need to grab more of. Randall, I think he's more of a jag. Emmett Johnson, I should start grabbing more of him. I don't have any love. I do like him, he's just overpriced for me right now. I like Brazil, so I'm going to keep grabbing him. Anyways, that is my NFL draft. If you watched, thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips, whether it be for streaming or tips in general for drafting, for fantasy, or any strategies for me, feel free to share them in the comments. I am always open to learning or trying new things or whatnot with fantasy. Obviously, I'm not a pro at this, so I want to learn as much as I can. And yeah, thank you for watching if you did. If not, well, I hope you eventually find this stream and can find some value from it, and hopefully I can learn from this. Have a great day, evening, whatever. And I will see you beautiful people later. Have a good one.